Hi everyone, we're going to do some projects using air dry clay. You're going to need some silicone molds. The butterfly mold was the Dolly Parton ice tray I got at Dollar General, and they come out really cute. The rest of them I got off of Amazon. You're going to need a little cornstarch, a little water, a paintbrush, a palette knife, and something to scrape off. First you're going to take and just put in the cornstarch or baby powder will work just as well. Then you can put a little bit on your mat. And you don't have to do this part. I do because when I'm doing the little bugs, you need the clay a little bit. I roll it out simply because I played around 2 or 3 times trying to get one of these dragonflies to come out, and the body would either tear or the wing would tear off. So I do this first and I put it in there, and then I'll take off all the outer edge till I'm just left with the clay inside the mold of the dragonfly. And then I'll end up taking a little bit more, and once I get this all off, and I'll start filling in the wings and the body. The palette knife there works really well. And see, and then I just fill it in and push down even more like this. For some reason on this particular mold, it worked well doing this. Then I'll smooth it out with a little bit of water in my palette knife, and then I'll just pop it out of the mold. And it comes out so cute. Now you're going to want to take it and clean it up. If you see any spots that you don't want on there, just clean it up. Straighten out your wings if you get this particular mold. I got it off of Amazon. And then you just straighten it out, pull it to the side. They'll dry 2 to 3 days. And the little bee, I did the same way. He was a little booger to do because his little legs kept wanting to come off. But anyhow, then I'm going to do the little rose here, and the rose is so cute to do. Excuse me if you hear the train, I'm doing this outside. Then you just pop this out, and then all you have to do is I took an 18 gauge wire because I want to make a bead out of this. I want to make bracelets with this. And I just very, very carefully, I stick that in. You don't have to use an 18 gauge wire. You just have to use something that will be thicker than, so you can actually put whatever you're going to string your beads in that on. And then you just put that through there, pop it off, and let it dry for about a day. And then the little butterfly, you just set that out, clean it up on the edges, make sure it looks the way you want it to. These projects go really fast. Kids could do these, older kids I would recommend. And then you're just going to clean up the edges with your finger and some water. And just smooth it out. Play around with the way you like it and just let it set and dry. Now this one took about 3 days to dry because of the thickness of it. Then this plate I got at the Dollar Tree, I just thought it was really cute. I made the sunflower another day, but I thought, well, I'll just put it in this project. I'm going to leave it in its natural dried color because I just think it matches in with this plate so cute. I just put a little E6000, a little bit of glue, put it down there, and you'll see I did break a piece off because I pressed too hard, but I'll show you how we're going to fix that. I'm going to go ahead and glue this down, and I'll come back and show you how we fix it. Now I'm going to put down the rose. And I made several roses, I just didn't do it on camera. And then I'm going to put my dragonfly down. I had to be real careful because I don't want to break his body or one of his wings. So I set him down gently and just barely touched him down. Now I'm going to show you how we're going to fix that. We're going to make what we call slip. And you're just going to take some dried pieces that I keep from, leftovers. I'll crumble it up, add a little bit of water to it. You want to make it a little bit thick but runny too. And even if you have little pieces of chunks in there, you can, use them as well. Or you could just use regular wet clay and put in with some water, which probably would work a little better, but whatever way you want to do it. And then you're just going to brush that on there and fill it in. And it will dry white again once you do this. And you just fill it in. And you'll see where I pick up a little chunk here in a minute, and I fill in where it needed just a little bit more for glue. So I just take that little bit of chunk there, put it in there, and smooth it out. Good as new. And that's all you have to do. I think this project come out so cute. Tell me what you think down in the comments. Leave me a thumbs up. I just think it's really, really elegant. Our next project is going to be using an old tin can, which I had gravy in this can, and you're going to need a screwdriver, and I'll link everything you need down in the description. Some really pretty napkins, paintbrush, coarse Mod Podge, hammer, and the list goes on. But what you want to do with your can, you want the can to have a lip on it. You don't want the ones that have a rounded edge because you want to cut this part out. And once you get that opened, if you have any pieces like that piece that kind of was up, you can just hammer that down so it's not as dangerous. You don't want to cut your finger on it. And then you're going to smash one end down. I'm sure you've seen this project before. And you're going to smash the one end down. My grandkids and Patty's grandkids did some of these, and I'll show some of them in another video. And then you're just going to take the one in there and just kind of smash it and beat it down until it's pinched like that. And then you're just going to paint the can. I used a chalk paint. You can use whatever you want. And then you're going to drill holes on each side of that for a wire to go through for your hanger. And I already painted the can. I liked the way the gray came through, so I wasn't going to repaint it because I just liked it. And then with this napkin, it's a 2-ply, and I took the back off a camera, so I forgot to show you that. And you just pull it apart. And then you can take water with a paintbrush and go around and then tear off the wet part. I just kind of like doing it by hand. And I think the gray in this, with the gray against that, this napkin just is gorgeous on this. I just love it. And then you're just going to put a little Mod Podge down. Once you get it where you want it, you'll put a little Mod Podge down on your can, brush it in, and then you're going to just place you want to put quite a bit out there, and kind of not super thick, but you know, enough to make sure this is going to apply to. Lay your napkin down in the position that you want it to be, and just kind of tap it down. You don't want to pull it too much because you don't want to rip your napkin. And then you can just go around the edges with your paintbrush to make sure, with a little bit of Mod Podge, that it is secure so you don't have any lifting. This is so simple to do and such a pretty little project when we're all done. And then to make sure the middle is sealed down, just put some plastic wrap, saran wrap, and just kind of go over it this way. You want to do this because if you did it with your fingers over it without the saran wrap, you can tear the napkin, and you don't want to do that. I think it's so cute. This is my spring and summer one, and then I'm going to flip it on the other side, and this will be my fall. So I will do a different arrangement in this, turn it around, and I can use it for the fall. And this is where I'm showing you, you just tear off the back part there. And I got my napkins off of Amazon. And then you just figure out where you want to place it at, put it on there, and the same process. Please give us a like, guys. We're just trying to grow this channel. Thank you. If you leave us a thumbs up, we'd appreciate it too in the comments, or just say, hey, I was here. We'd appreciate that too. Thank you. Now I'm going to show you, we're just going to put some a floral arrangement in here. Oh, first I'm going to show you where we take the wire. I took 18 gauge wire too because it's really easy to bend. It's the same wire I used when I did my bumblebees. And if you didn't see that video, just tune in there and you'll see how we use this wire. Then you're just going to wrap it around a dowel rod or whatever you have. And then you're just going to pull that off and stick it through the holes we made previous and twist it around. You can use this with small cans. This was just a large can I used. I didn't glue this down, but you could. I just stuck some styrofoam down in there to hold my flowers. And then just pick whatever flowers you want. I'm going to put my greenery in the back first. I kind of like bending them over a little bit. Then you just add the flowers wherever way you want them to go. See how easy that was? You just keep building and do, just like any arrangements that we do. Just keep building with the flowers you have, whatever you want to do. I just think this comes out so sweet, so cute, very decorative, very summer. I think it come out adorable, guys. Tell me what you think. Now I'm going to show you where we made the dragonfly in an earlier video, and if you haven't seen that, tune in. And I made another bumblebee, but I put the dragonfly that I made in there. This is the little bee that we made out of the air dry clay. I painted it gold, and I did the roses as well. And I just thought this would be so cute. I apply it with E6000 and glue again. I just think painting them gold like that next to this background and that, it just makes this pop. And then I'm going to take the rose and I'm going to put it where I have a bunch of, where it looks like a bunch of leaves, and it just looks really pretty there. The next one I'm going to place where the leaves are, so it looks like the leaves are growing out from the rose. Doesn't this just look adorable, guys? I just think it is a 3D effect. It makes it pop. I just love it. Tell me what you think. Please leave a comment. And our little dragonfly and bee just helped set it off. Isn't this adorable? Oh my goodness, I just think this came out really, really cute. Thank you, guys.